to African business.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, looking at one of your key demands here is the resignation of the Kenya Airports Authority board. And you've cited that the board is incompetent and have failed to act in Kenya's best interest. Can you take us through the incident of the incompetence that you're referring to, and perhaps also the instances that they have failed to act in Kenya's best interests?
Okay, thank you. First, let me begin by pointing out the dire state that Jomo Kenyatta International Airport is. There is no meaningful maintenance of facilities within JKIA, and of particular interest, for example, is the runway. There's a lot of rubber deposits that have been left on the runway, which are compromising the safety of flights. There is a finding by the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, which is a regulatory body. It regulates, how services, safety measures within Kenya as a whole, and they have pointed out that the runway is not up to the required standards in terms of safety. There's a lot of rubber remains on the runway, which can compromise the safety of flights. It compromises the visibility by pilots when they are landing, and it compromises the stability of flights whenever they are taking off or arriving, landing. So that is a key component that I thought any serious board of directors cannot fail to do. Because if today that runway is closed, and Jomo Kenyatta International Airport has only one runway. If it is closed, if an incident happens and a finding is made and it is closed, then the entire aviation industry in Kenya will be grounded with billions and billions of shillings in losses. That is a very big finding on the part of the board. Two, there are findings that Kenya Airports Authority lacks sufficient staff manning levels. For example, under the ground flight safety, this is where the flight marshals belong, they don't have enough staff. Under fire and rescue section, they don't have enough staff. Above that, fire and rescue, they don't have sufficient equipment in case of emergencies. For example,
Sorry, Mr. Ndiema,
the water boozers.
Mr. Ndiema, you're highlighting a large number of the grievances that you have, and you've highlighted these as the reasons for your call for the board resignation. But I wonder, should you embark on this strike, are there any concerns that you might have on your side around the financial, the operational, and even the reputational impact that this might have on Kenya's aviation sector?
Definitely, it will have an enduring impact. There's no denial. But as a union, we are left with no other recourse, because even today we had a meeting with the Kenya Airports Authority management, and they could not make any convincing offers to us. So we are left with almost zero option except to stage a strike. Let me point out this. The board of KAA is presiding over a number of scandalous dealings. We have contractors, and I will not name them today. We have contractors being paid money for no work done. And the board is very particular in pushing the KAA management to make these payments. And they are fully aware that they have not done anything. And I'll give you an example. A number of contractors have been awarded work to repair the runway. Yet that work has not been done to date. One of them was paid 30 million Kenya shillings. That work was not done. Now,
Mr. Ndiema,
when you have a board,
Mr. Ndiema, my apologies interjecting here. We are going to request to conclude our discussions today, but if we can touch base with you again in about 7 days, just to get an update as to where you are as far as the strike action is concerned and the status of your call for the board resignation. And I certainly do look forward to communicating with you again in about a week's time to see where you're at regarding this.
No problem. Our strike action will not take a week from now. We are left with like 4 days
All right. Well,
from today. So, but anytime you are free to contact me.
We certainly will. Thank you very much for your time. That's Mr. Moss Ndiema, Secretary General for Kenya Aviation Workers Union. Bring us to exactly 5 p.m. Central African time. As we've concluded towards the end of that interview, we certainly will be touching base with him once again to get an update on the latest. Of Thami Ngubeni and the entire Africa in Business team, you have yourself a splendid evening further as we hand you over now to VU d'Afrique.